So let's get Mark up here with the Identity Checkpoint. Let's keep things running.
Good morning. My name is Mark George. I need 5 connected volunteers out there in the audience to participate with me today.
What kind of connection do they need? Okay. Just a phone? Internet connection?
What I'd like you to do is go to this website and follow the instructions.
Enter your credit card number and your social your bank account number, your social security number, and your credit card number. Okay.
And just go to the bottom of the site and follow instructions up to the point that you send the notification. Okay, please? Okay. Again, my name's Mark George. Okay. How many people here actually were affected by Target over the holidays? Okay? That's the big issue. Okay? Actually, on a national or international basis, it's about a $225 billion activity by criminals stealing our identities. And it's growing. When you lose 40 million IDs in one day, wow, what does that expand to? We're going to have maybe a $1 trillion loss this coming year, maybe. Okay? So, from that standpoint, there's 2 basic forms of identity theft. One's your credit card, and one's your personal identity, okay, your identifier. So I've divided it up into those 2 pieces. There's personal identity theft, and there are financial instrument theft. Okay, I woke up last April. I've been performing security audits on major corporations for years. I've been designing infrastructures and architectures for companies for years, and I walked away feeling uncomfortable that I had not done my job properly because I hadn't figured out what the issue was. And the issue is that we do not participate in the use of our identity. We let other people presume that they have control of our identity. So once I figured that out, I started writing a patent, and I created a prototype of what this is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this up here, and I get it up here. Oh, no. We're good. Okay. And I asked Caitlin if she'd come up and assist me in this demonstration. Okay. And what I'm going to do, is I'm going to show you an application called Sentry. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn on the camera here. Where's you? And what Sentry is an application. And the thing is how do I involve you in managing your identity? Why don't I see a camera here? There we go. Okay. Show them Sentry. Put it right here. Okay. So, as part of this demonstration, this is what you would get. Okay. You would get a question saying, okay, somebody's using my identity. Okay. Do you want to do the payment of foods? Okay. I want to buy these foods. It's going to be on this particular MasterCard. I'm at OAL, yes or no. So press yes. Okay, who wrote that? Who did that for me? Who sent that message in? Who put that up on the screen? You did. Okay, what was the answer to you? If you go down to the bottom of your page and say refresh, okay, status.
Update status.
Update status.
So he was pretending he was the merchant?
Right?
Okay.
He's the merchant. Okay? What was the steps? Say okay. I'm sorry. Click OK again. You click your status. Get the double. What was their answer? Okay.
The usage of the credit card for the payment to the stated payee has been approved.
Okay. So right here was a demonstration. It went to this phone, he put it out, he put it in, it went to this phone, and she approved it and went back to him and said, okay, she's the real person. The unique thing about smartphones, okay, is that like any computer, it has a MAC address. It's unique to you, okay? So as long as you have a smartphone on you, you can take 10 seconds and approve every transaction that you do with your identity on a day-to-day basis. You take back control. What we're going to do is take away control from everybody else and put it back in our own hands. Uniquely, it becomes yours. Okay? Again, you're in control. Somebody else push you over here. You go ahead. You want to do Sentry?
So Mark, while you're sort of working this out, just so people understand, what you're doing is you're intercepting the authorization transaction between the merchant and the credit card company, and you're basically forcing the user to manually authorize that?
Actually. So what happens is that somebody goes out to use your credit card and they don't have authorization, it's going to come to you, okay? And you're going to say, yes, I'm the one standing here. Now, Sentry was designed to automate some of this. If you're standing at Best Buy and you, I know that you're at Best Buy, and you're making a purchase at a particular store, and I use your GPS capability, your location capability, I can automatically approve that because I know you're standing in that store. I can what? But you have to have a phone. Okay, but they have to be able to get into Sentry because it has a pin on it, and if they don't do the right pin to answer the question, within 3 tries it locks up. So it's locked to you. That's the whole thing. It's a real simple solution to a very vast problem. Okay? That's what it is. So it doesn't matter what it is. Did you get another? Did you send the notification?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, there it goes. So she's got another notification answering. Say yeah. Yeah.
Denied. They're new boots for you.
Actually, I got the message.
Oh, he got the message.
You got a message. It came from you first. But it's the whole thing. You can always use your identity, you know, in sequence. That was the whole thing. Okay?
Said it was disapproved.
It was disapproved. Okay? It's that immediate. It's 10 seconds out of your life every time you use your identity. And so, questions?
Okay, good. Okay, well, good. Well, first of all, good job on the tricky multiple-person live demo. That worked. Okay, let's go back. I know a lot of people have some technical questions on how this is being done and blah, blah, blah.
I'm standing in Wegmans and I'm getting ready to pay for my grocery order, and magically my cell phone has run out of battery.
Okay. You can walk to a regular telephone, call IdentityCheckpoint, put in your identifier PIN, and you can do an immediate authorization for imminent use of that card. Okay? And you go back up there and swipe your card.
Got it.
Use any phone. You can borrow the phone at the desk there. Okay? Well, no, but it solves the problem.
So how are you intercepting the request for the credit card usage? Because obviously the connection between Best Buy and my bank doesn't involve you.
One of the first people I got a hold of was the global head of operations for Visa, okay, who had just retired or changed positions. And I'm already connected into Visa. What we're going to do is be splitting the transaction stream at the level of the network processors, okay? And at the same time that they're getting authorization from the financial institution for that credit charge, okay, or debit or whatever it is, they'll be coming out to you and saying yes.
So like verified by Visa?
Yes.
Verified by Visa. It's part of the verified by Visa. Okay, because Dave, I'm going to follow up on that question. So, Dave?
On the other side of the chart you had, if someone's trying to open up any type of account or get a loan, want my social, same kind of process?
Yeah, there's actually two sides to this thing. There is the card network financial institution side of it, and there's also general business, okay? The bank would go to a screen, okay, and it could either build it into their systems or they could use our site and ask the question, do you want to use this particular social security number? It comes right to your phone. You say yes or no. Why do you want to open it? They want to open an account. No. We also made arrangements so that you can, if you are the guardian for somebody, okay, your child, their social security numbers are at risk, okay, that will also be covered. It would come to your phone if that social security number is used. So, if you are a trusted relationship and you're picking up medicine for somebody, same scenario. They go to their phone and say, okay, John is picking up your phone, or picking up your prescription, sorry.
Where can I get this and how much does it cost?
We won't be operational until the end of the year, okay? The immensity of this project from a technology side of it is humongous. I have to be able to process 5 million transactions per second.
Yeah, and this is going to be my piggyback follow-up question to Dave, is that obviously as a proof of concept and as a prototype, I think you sort of proved the concept and the prototype. If I were Visa or MasterCard, I would want that technology to be part of the benefit of being a card owner. Say, if you have Visa, you download this app, and now all of a sudden you have control over all the authorizations. It would be much more worthwhile for me as Visa to do that as Visa than to basically outsource that to IdentityCheckpoint. You can kind of see where I'm going with this, right?
Well, the thing is I need to do it for American Express, MasterCard, so it will be outsourced to us.
So are you anticipating a licensing OEM business primarily?
Oh yes, definitely, on that side of the house, yes.
Okay, let's find out.
So in the scenario where you're using the GPS, I'm standing at Best Buy getting ready to purchase something, and it can geolocate me and see that I'm standing in Best Buy. You said it can automatically prove it. What happens in a scenario like this where my wallet and phone are one and somebody steals my wallet? Is there a PIN associated with it where I can optionally...
Yes, a one-digit PIN, 3 tries.
1-digit PIN and 3 tries.
Yep, it locks up. If they don't get the right PIN. So if they've been standing around your back and watching you put your PIN in, that'd be one thing. But somebody who steals your wallet, the chances of 256 different possibilities are there.
Okay.
So,
well, what about the scenario the gentleman over here mentioned where my phone is dead? Is there the ability to key the PIN in on the credit card pad instead of having to do it through the phone? Like a PIN with a debit card. So if my phone dies, I can still complete the purchase without having to go to a quote-unquote pay phone.
it's a possibility. We haven't mapped out that part, and the integration to the card networks are not totally firm yet.
It's coming from chip and PIN.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jim kind of stole my thunder with that answer.
But that's a good solution, yeah.
Another solution that I thought of for the not having the phone exactly at the moment that you're making the transaction is the ability to pre-authorize a certain amount. So if I'm going to Wegmans... Actually,
it's already built into Sentry. You have what I call imminent use.
Right.
Okay? So you're standing in line, you just go ahead and say, I'm going to use it in the next 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. You can also schedule a payment so that you're dealing with BGE or somebody else like that. You can schedule payments. You can authorize a particular vendor to always be able to hit you.
We're keeping things running here, so 1 and then 2, and then we're all done? Okay.
Yeah. So I get it for the credit cards, but in actuality, the credit cards all have kind of, loss prevention techniques and so on, right? So if my card gets stolen, I have no liability. I can report it. I can get it.
Yeah, but it's a liability to them. They're paying the bill. and it's costing you.
So I understand that, but I think the inconvenience to the consumers is probably a little bit of a hurdle. But to go back to your original problem that you said you wanted to solve, which is about preventing identity theft, aren't other factors more important? So social security number, credit score, these kinds of
That's
things?
all covered. It actually is. What you're going to be able to do is that's the second half of the company who's going to be working out, because this will also solve situations like user IDs, signing onto system. Are you the one actually? So this is where it started. Was I can steal a user ID and a password. I can log into anybody's system and I can steal 40 million cards in 1 second. You know, it doesn't take long. So that was the whole thing. But if you, every time you use your user ID and log into a system, okay, and your phone beeps at you saying, are you the one who actually is logging in here? Now, somebody can't steal your user ID anymore.
It's basically two-factor authorization for credit card.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, then one last one, we'll keep it going.
Since most smartphones and laptops and all the rest of that kind of stuff pretty much have the cameras built into them anymore, are you looking at using, augmenting that with things like the face recognition for yourself, since that's
biometrics?
As an alternative to pins, yes.
Or as an alternate, or as a, in addition to?
Right.
It's definitely, I mean, triple factor. Okay, good. Well, this is awesome. This is something new. I think you got something here. I think if you manage to strike some good OEM licenses, but he's got the patent, so.
I've got the patent.
Patents win. Sorry.
So that's a big deal. And also I have the connections. I'm connected to Visa. I'm connected to American Express. I'm connected to TransUnion. So things are happening. So
look, things are happening. Well, good.